Ahoy, Captain! Hey. Something you need? Hmm? Yeah. Yeah? I'm listening.
Finally, you're up. Let's go. The unknown awaits.
Yeah, what is it?
Ellie's still taking names and holding people accountable around here.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade authorities always want. Kiosk.
sure the catwalk's all right. I don't want to have to fish anyone else out of the canyon.
I don't suppose you're here to tell me I've won a ticket to a new planet, huh?
Sorry, Doctor. Not today. We came to Gagarin to investigate Irvin Mandani's contract with the mining company a long time ago. Ring any bells?
Irvin, yeah. Biologist. Hunter. Yeah, I remember him. Why? Who are you people? Then find a history slate. An ancient history slate. Because that's what it is.
Please. Irvin was once one of your colleagues. He was the one Hephaestus blamed for an ecological disaster about 20 years ago. Do you remember any of that?
No, I don't remember lies. It's been 20 years.
Look, I know this is strange. We show up out of the blue about things that happened decades ago. But right now, nobody save us knows the truth. And that means we're the only ones who can clear Irvin's name.
And what of it? You probably think the sky is blue too. Well, you'd be wrong. It's whatever color Hephaestus says it is.
Only if you let them. You're a scientist. Your words matter. That's why we need you to testify.
Testify? The trial is over, the verdict rendered. In case you two clowns didn't get the memo. Because I tried before, and they threatened me. 20 years ago. I still wake up in fear almost every night. They said, if I ever left Gagarin, I left my wife to protect her. She didn't deserve any of this. Any of my... I remember not to talk with people who come asking questions about powerful... Ellie Yankton? But why? It doesn't... I cannot do that.
Bank transactions. A precise amount was transferred to the judge only the day before the ruling.
Doesn't surprise me they'd leave a paper trail. I'm no lawyer, but might be grounds to throw the old verdict out. And so what if... Yeah, you're right. I don't know what I was thinking before. Fine, you've convinced me. I'd be willing to testify on one condition. I want to know what happened to Irvin. Because when he disappeared, let's just say I had an epiphany. Hephaestus didn't need to say a word. That's when I knew the threats against me and my family were real.
Dr. Hawkson, it wasn't Hephaestus that took Irvin's life. It was the war. Irvin was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Caught in the crossfire.
Then I am sorry for your loss. It won't change the past for either of us. But I will testify. And maybe, wherever Irvin is, you'll be glad that we can finally stick it to those assholes at Hephaestus.
Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah, don't get all mushy on me now. I need a drink. Tell Miss Ekton I'll testify, and do whatever else she needs from me.
You have any problems? You should talk to Chief Pretorius.
Hell, this whole planet smells weird. Like chemicals and smoke. Helgi agreeing to testify as a
Okay, you
great
two, lay it on me.
might need
Did you find
witnesses
Helgi?
vouch
Did
for
he
his
agree to
character.
testify?
Someone in security, maybe? Well, we've got good news and... well, that's it. Just more good news.
Okay. Does that mean he said yes? What do we look like? New Atlantis? No. Then we better hope that our other evidence holds up. Well, that is perfect. She's probably the best person to call on should Hephaestus decide to play dirty. Well, you two have done all that you could. Now it's time to hand the baton off to me.
What do you think, Ellie? Do we have a chance?
The evidence you've gathered is impressive. It truly is.
So what's the verdict? In this case, I'd say spoilers are appreciated.
I almost never say this because I don't want to jinx it, but I think this case is a slam dunk.
Huzzah! That's what I like to hear.
I think we can do everything on our checklist. Clear Irvin of any wrongdoing, charge Hephaestus with the cover-up, and even restore Helgi, Dr. Hawkson's standing in the scientific community. All in all, though, really outstanding work. We wouldn't have gotten this far without your efforts. And I've got to imagine that wherever Irvin is, he appreciates it too.
Agreed, Ellie. And thanks for being our anchor in this. We should probably get out of Ellie's way and let her do her thing. We can talk more in private.
Apparently the corporate execs are talking about building their own priority catwalks above the city. You been up there? Good luck.
I have to break up one more fight at Lizzie's. She and I are gonna have.
My mom said the other day she's going to ship me off to Neon. I think that's bad. You're not gonna tell my mom I'm out here, right? I heard there's a bunch of old abandoned mines under town. Sometimes I hide outside the door to Lizzie's bar. So many swear words. Do you have a ship? We just learned about Earth in school. When I get my own ship, I'm going there. I heard this story about a kid who was walking and he fell through the catwalks. And they never found. The best cereal is Chocolate Labs. Ships of the line are okay too. I'm not supposed to run on the walkways anymore. Hey, what's drunk? People seem to really like it. I'm gonna become a famous bounty hunter, just like the Mantis. Have you heard about Space Frog? We hid some pictures of him around town for fun. We're not supposed to leave the canyon. Too dangerous.
They're conscripting security to search all the abandoned buildings for heat leeches. Guess who's got the next shift?
Wow, we actually did it! Solved the case, and hopefully cleared Irvin's name. I feel like, what's the old saying? A great weight has been lifted off my shoulders? But it's actually true. I feel like I'm 80% biomass and 20% aerogel. Thanks. I was trying not to be too optimistic about our chances, because that's when a cosmic reversal kicks in. But I think it's okay in this case. We've already proven Irvin's innocence, and I trust Ellie to explain it. Ellie would know better than I, but I doubt it'll be anytime soon. These things tend to involve a lot of red tape. It's a special kind of adhesive that makes you stick to old filing cabinets and manila envelopes. I hope so. It's always a tug-of-war between the workers and the mining corps. But there's one thing we've got in our favor. There's more of us than there are of them. All it takes is for... I'm feeling great. Although I could do with some wine, and why stop at emotional satisfaction? But if I can be serious for a moment, thank you. Ah, that's sweet. But it wasn't just for me. It was for Irv. And of course, we can't forget our new friend Harvey. In fact, Harvey's got a little explorer in him too. According to this slate I found, turns out that our spiky friend's been all across the galaxy. I doubt it. Harvey's a wanderer. Getting lost is how he finds his way home. Nope, no way. We've been through a lot, haven't we? I had forgotten what it was like to work with someone so closely. On top of everything else we've done together and with Constellation, yeah, I think investigating Irvin's case with you is something I'll remember. I've come to realize that some events, some people, is it? Well, I guess it is. You noticed that, huh? I suppose I should just keep going and get it all out of my system. We only get a brief moment in this universe to interact. To be who we are and experience the range of emotions that our bodies and minds have evolved to comprehend. Sure. Our bodies are all we have, really. Humans are physical, which allows us to be social. This allows us to interact with others on a natural, almost primal. And these interactions can be fleeting, if you know what I mean. Anyway, if one is fortunate, you might even notice events and people change. You seemed so skeptical of Constellation when we first started working together. It's good to hear you say that now. I've explored many worlds, and I've worked with Constellation for most of my life. I cherish those memories. But you have changed me as a person forever. I don't want to look back years from now and wonder what if. I need to know what you think about us. No, not always. There are many ways to make someone feel loved. And you have done well in that regard. But I need this moment in my mind. I need to be able to look back and remember what we had in our hearts right here. Here we are, the most fortunate people in the galaxy, because we get to explore it all together as friends.
Anything I can help you with?
You been to Clint's recently? You get crushed under all that crap yet?
Welcome to the Vanguard Recruitment Office. Here to join the cause. If you've got a ship and the metal to help keep UC systems safe, the Vanguard has got a place for you. Ah, pleasure to meet you, Captain. So then, to what do I owe the visit?
Hey, did you read the slate I loaned you?
Yeah, it was a bit confusing. If they can all do magic, why does everyone have a horse?
To get that around. You know, to ride places.
Okay, but they live in the sky, right?
That's a really good point. Maybe I should reread that one. It's been years.
Everything going all right in there?
Sometime later, you want to get together and chill for a bit?
Sure. We could watch the landing pad. I love to watch ships come and go.
There are so many fewer ships coming and going nowadays. Might be a while before we see one.
Oh, that's fine. I'll bring snacks. And some boom reactor for you, since it's your favorite.
Okay. It's a date.
My family's actually lived here since the place was first settled. Gagarin's seen a lot in that time. Wasn't too long ago, this was a booming manufacturing town, churning out mechs for the UC. That all went belly up when the technology was banned post-colony war. Now we've got these outside firms buying up the old factories, bringing in new money. Honestly, I think we'll see this place get a real facelift in our lifetimes. UC Marine Corps. Served in the colony war. I can't talk about the specifics, but I'm proud of what I was able to do. Being a part of something bigger than myself made me who I am today. Living in the war zone, you get a better idea of the value of life, of working together with others, of your own strengths. I'm still processing my experiences and how they changed my life to this day. I'd love to get some more people coming in the door. Any interest in helping me distribute some recruiting materials to a couple local concerns? Hello? You'll be dropping off recruitment kits to 3 people. Lizzie Aheo at the local watering hole, Chief Pretorius at the security office, and Dr. Keala over at the clinic. I'll pay you for the legwork, but I'll throw in some extra if you can get them to guarantee they'll actually put the materials up. That all sound like it's in your wheelhouse? If I knew how to do that, I wouldn't have to pay someone. But I trust you'll... So, does that mean you'll... Good. Once you're done, come back here. I'll have your credits wait.
Hey, you might want this.
Yeah, the way you handle things... Not bad. Not bad.
It is pleasing to speak with you.
I'm working hard, Captain! Your ship is way bigger than that.
Captain, hello. I am...
Tell me you're here to just report a good old-fashioned crime? If I have to deal with one more corporate exec begging for special treatment... Oh, you haven't heard? Gagarin's going to be the next New Atlantis. Or so we've all been told. Centauri Mills, Arcmite, Reliant Medical. They all bought up and renovated derelict buildings here in the city. In the past couple years, we needed their jobs, to be sure. Gagarin got hit hard after the mech plants were all shuttered when the colony war ended. But I'm not sure I've ever met a more entitled group than these executives. Treat the city like an amusement park, and all of us as the amusements. It's kept me and my people plenty busy, just not with actual policing. But I'm sorry. Did you actually need to report something? Leeches feels a bit strong. Maybe if they didn't pay their taxes and help repair the catwalks. They're an added annoyance to my day, though, that's for sure. But look, I'm Security Chief Pretorius. If you do have anything to report, you can speak to me or one of my officers. We're always around. We've had our issues. Some folks aren't thrilled about the corporations moving in, but the majority don't act on it. Those that do, largely keep it civil. Protest, throw some paint, occasional crate wanders off. But we've managed to avoid any open conflict so far. It's really not a bad assignment. Well, I came here right after training, which was 10 years ago now. Gagarin was a lot rougher then. People were still reeling from all the plants getting shut down after the war. So there was a lot of petty theft, break-ins. I was responsible for putting together a pretty busy community outreach program. Worked out well enough that they eventually made me chief. Gagarin's not really that sort of bird. Most of the restaurants went belly up when the mech trade shut down. Only one left is Lizzie's, on the other side of town, though it does have a nice view of the square. There's also a little social club the local executive set up across from Lizzie's, but it's still pretty light on amenities. Now, if you're just looking to resupply, then you'll want Clint's. Another case of last business standing, but he's got a good selection. And for medical supplies, you'll want Dr. Kayala. You can find both of them on the main concourse. Beyond that, we're just corporate offices and private homes. News in that'd start coming for my people sooner or later. Sure. Give 'em here. I'll throw 'em up in the office. Yup. That old piece of leather next helped me out of more jams than I care to remember. I owe her. Sure. Just tell Zeneda she's buying my next drink, alright?
I remember watching Shiny Man's roll.
I'm Dr. Keala. Are you a new patient? If you're a UC citizen, I can look you up, get your benefits processed once we've done a workup. Oh, well, the UC subsidizes the costs of all services for its citizens, healthcare and beyond. Hard part is, you've got to earn your citizenship first, doing some job for the UC for X number of years. I got mine serving as a doctor in an at-need area, as they lovingly refer to Gagarin. Other folks, they've done it through scientific service, diplomatic posts. Heck, you could even go over and talk to Zenaida about joining the Vanguard. They'll get you your citizenship in no time flat. Or so says Zenaida. Ah. Zenaida warned me this day might be coming. Look, I presume you're not getting paid if I refuse delivery. So here, I'll take them. I'm not about to pull credits out of someone else's pockets. But this is a medical office. I can't in good conscience hang those things up. First, do no harm and all. I think you're just wasting your time here. I think we can work something out. All right, I'll put them up. Tell Zenaida she wins, okay? Anything you need me to look at? Don't be a stranger.
All these fancy new businesses going up, but we still can't get them to open up at chunks.
We don't do fancy, but I can get you what you need. Sure do. I came into some money right around the time the war ended. Places were sent. I got this place for a wink and a nod. Have been slinging drinks the way I like 'em ever since. Bunch of corporate marionettes moving in, setting up shop. They think we're just a bunch of cheap factories and dumb labor that'll leap at whatever scraps they toss us. But Gagarins are tough by default. We've got exactly zero need of corporate condescension. Lucky you. I've got a little... You've seen all the neckties and power suits wandering around town? Feels like they're everywhere. And while I like a bunch of stuck-up new Atlantean MBAs defiling my city as much as I enjoy unmedicated dental surgery, they've got the credits. So sooner or later, I'm going to need to start serving them, or someone else will. There's this ship whose crew had to ditch mid-flight. I presume it's some kind of luxury liner because it's supposedly got an impressive collection of booze on it. I want you to go to the ship, find the best stuff on board, and bring it to me. Anything else on the ship is yours to keep. Plus, I'll throw in some credits for your trouble. No kidding. I'd sign up for your delivery service, that's for damn sure. Well, I guess I'll just take that off your hands then. And here's a little something extra for managing to surprise me today. Appreciate doing business with you.
The ship carrying the liquor is currently doing laps around Grissom, or so my rumor claims. But beyond its location and contents, I honestly don't have a lot of information about the thing. Don't cook yourself out there. Thanks again for the lick. More of these things? Fine. Give them here. I'll make sure they find their way to the incinerator with the earlier... Oh, yeah? Fine. Plenty around here who could use some more stability. Yeah. You're funny. And not totally off base. Okay, I'll put up the damn posters. Now buzz off before I regret my decision. Coldest drinks in Gagarin. See ya.
Clint got a new delivery in. You want to take a look?
Depends. His new shipment come in from Sidonia or New Atlanta?
Going eventually. Or was it left?
Taking in the collection? Quite a sight, eh? Trade in a little bit of everything here. May not be the prettiest stock. Don't mind the mess. I've got a system.
Not supposed to stay out after dark, but it's too hot to play during the day.
You managed to get those materials passed out? Folks didn't give you too much trouble. Really? Never thought in a million years Lizzie and Doc Keala would play ball. Here, what I owe you for the deliveries. And for your top-notch negotiation skills. Thanks again for helping out.
What? Look like the welcoming committee or something? Get out of my face.
They said Ark Mike coming here was going to work jobs. They automate half the damn factory. Secrets.
Have you ever met a pirate? Were you scared? I wouldn't be.
Why is no one talking about bringing back mechs? City was fine before Freestar banned them.
I was thinking about going for a hike outside the canyon. Then I remembered where we are. And
Folks on Gagarin?
Your posters are in good hands.
Understand?
Don't you fret. Now, do you want a drink?
Man, could I use a vacation? You want to know what I think about all these new businesses eyeing up the town? No comment.
And click. You got it.
If there's harder work than Mandela Foundry and mines in Gagarin, I haven't found it.
Excuse me.
I hate it when the walkway's clean.
off-world?
Well, if you like your destinations hot and dusty, Gagarin's got you covered.
Don't get in the way of the robots. I'm not responsible if they step on your toes. Sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but I've got a lot of shipments to process still. Are you here to claim a shipment in storage, or do you have some other shipping concern? What do you expect? Robots never get tired. They don't need breaks. They can carry heavy loads. They're faster and more efficient in every... And if I'm being honest, I prefer their company. When you've spent most of your life in space away from people, you learn to trust technology more. Well, it's owned by Unified Transport. We employ a mostly robotic staff. Fewer mistakes that way. We do short-term storage, long-term. I guess that's pretty much it. It's a warehouse. We do shipping. Enough said. You'd be surprised. Gagarin's had a bit of a resurgence lately as an industrial hub. It seems like every week we're storing and shipping more and more cargo. That reminds me, if this keeps up, we're going to need more robots. Auf Wiedersehen.
Sustained interruptions will not to avoid that.
Yoink.
End of the colony war hit Gagarin hard. City's just finally getting back on its feet.
Roger that.
Security's usually good about keeping us straight.
Hey, you might want this.
Welcome to Freestar Space. We're gonna do a quick scan for contraband, and you can be on your way. You're good to go. All clear to land at Hopetown. they give us a reason to. Watch your course out there. Not interested in defrosting anyone today. If you don't go looking for trouble, you're a lot less likely to find it. Transmission received. Help you? Saw someone wearing one of those neuroamp things the other day. Can't believe anyone would pay Ryujin Industries a small fortune to let them play around in their gray matter. Allegedly, there were some Varun zealots in the area not long back. Hope they're gone for good. Those snake worshippers make my skin crawl. Every now and then, I just think I might sell this boat and go set up a farm somewhere like Montera Luna. Just live, you know? You're welcome to take a gander.
I have selling the ship, getting a new one. Well, this is the place to do it, I guess.
Hey, what can I do for you?
I don't want to hear any complaints. Keep an eye on your valuables. If you can't protect your own, you don't belong here.
Just 3 more to go. Hey.
Ron hopes the best thing that's happened to us. But we'd be dust, except for the factory.
Locals. Sure, we get the occasional bar fight, but it's usually pretty quiet around. Not usually. Local security handles most of their... Every once in a while, though, badge or not. Honestly, though, it's not that common. Most people are willing to work with us because... Think of it as a small picture, big picture proposition. The small picture is local trouble, things that happen here in Hopetown. Handling that is local security's job. We Rangers protect the entire Freestar Collective, so we deal with problems that span multiple worlds. Smuggling rings, escaped convicts, pirates preying on shipping. Those are the kind of things we handle. That's why there are Rangers stationed in different settlements. It lets us cast a wide net. Bye.
Pardon?
Hello. Seems like Hopetown sprang up out of nowhere. But it is really hopping, isn't it? Hey, you might want this. Dusty! Dusty! Yes, right. Here, check this out. Talk to me, my dear friend. We work so well together. You bet. Anytime you want to talk about us, know that I'm here for you just as you've been there for me.
Just keep
keep it
Hope is the everyday working person's ship.
Can I help you? You walk the factory floor? It's impressive stuff.
Please do not interfere with my this is an active industrial site.
Generous, Mr. Hope.
It's well earned, Birgit. We set some ambitious quotas. You met every one of them.
Well, I won't pretend it was easy, but everyone pulled together and we got it done.
I'll let you share the good news, whenever and however you like.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Workers like to play hard here. They deserve it.
Jack, make your questions snappy. Just stay safe on my floor, all right?
Something more you need, Debbie?
Enjoy your visit to Hope Tech. If you'll excuse me, Mr. Hope is a vital part of not only Volvo, but of the entire Freestar Collective.
Good to see you again. Well, I've just received a report from the Marshal about your progress. He said you had a promising lead on the mercenaries who stole my ship. I trust you're here with good news. Of course. No. And I don't care for the insinuation. The same Paxton Hull who was court-martialed during the Colony War? Well, I've never met the man, and I can't imagine why he'd make an accusation against me. Don't presume to question me. You know who I am. I see. I'm impressed, Deputy. It's clear you have a bright future ahead of you.
What's going on? What is this about, Mr. Hope?
Nothing that concerns you, Birgit. In fact, why don't you make yourself scarce?
I think I'd like to hear what the deputy has to say.
The cards are on the table. So why not? The truth is, we've been falling behind the competition. Significantly so. We needed solutions. A few years ago, I began to diversify. We started to research chemicals, fuel, those sort of things. We developed an experimental fertilizer. And it failed utterly. It wiped out entire crops. I was prepared to write the whole thing off when we made a discovery that changed everything. Turns out, our fertilizer was transforming the soil, bolstering its mineral content tenfold. Not all at once, of course, but we could never find anything that would grow in it. Eventually, everything we tried to plant failed and died. Mining is expensive, and so is the cost of raw materials. My mineral-enriching fertilizer solves several problems at once. The farmers provide free manual labor, and once the land is ready, we move in to extract and process the soil.
So, you decided to ruin the lives of some innocent farmers and steal their work? Oh, I hope you get a better slogan before you run for office again.
Says the former criminal. I don't think you have the right to judge anyone, Barrett. Look around you. Everyone in this building, in this town, is depending on me. I provide the jobs that put food on their tables, clothes on their backs, and roofs over their heads. The fact is, the business hasn't been doing well lately. Without drastic action, cuts would become unavoidable. These people work hard for me, and they trust me to do the same in return. I cannot, I will not let them down. Look, I'll level with you. We're falling behind the competition. The hardworking people of this town depend on me for their livelihoods, and I won't let them down. Cutting my costs means saving their jobs.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. How could you do something so awful to innocent people, to families?
Not another word out of you, Birgit. I can take your job, and more. We'll discuss this later. In any case, I suppose the gig is up. I give you my word that I'll call off the operation and return the land to its rightful owners. You're right, of course. Something must be done. I'll set up a fund to handle funeral expenses and take care of any surviving family members. We'll do this the right way. I give you my word. You're right, yeah. Those families deserve to be compensated for the inconvenience. Well, perhaps a discount on their next purchase from Hope Tech.
That's actually more insulting than helpful.
With that resolved, let's talk about you. As a member of the Council of Governors, I'm authorized to award you a substantial bonus. And of course, we'll both agree to forget about my little cost-cutting endeavor. Did I not make myself clear? I'm offering you a reward for a job well done. Nothing more. And with that job so capably done, we'll consider the matter closed. I'll be needing that slate from Major Hull, of course. Well, let's not beat. I'll do it, Snip. If you do, you really? But on a much longer. I have to admit, I admire. You've made your position clear, David. I'll make myself. I won't let you, if that means I'm important.
You're not actually threatening.
You just threaten on my authority. Guards!
Guess we made a bad impression. Over already? All yours.
don't understand. But everything he said was so awful. The first part is true. He always looked out for us, for his employees. I know what I just heard and saw, but he was a friend. No. He was more like a father. And now he's... You killed him. Nobody should ever want that. Especially when it means killing someone who meant so much to so many people. What happens to us now? That would be Elana. Elana Nwankwo. She seems pretty capable. Maybe we'll be okay after all. I guess we'll have to figure things out. Find a path forward.
Hey, you got this. Just need to be patient.
Make your questions snappy. Sure, it was a pleasure and all that bullshit to talk with you.
Hey, you might want this.
Approaching ship. You've entered Freestar Collective space. Maintain your current course while we scan for contraband. And that's it. Enjoy that Aquila City air.
I have something for you. Hey, now? Oh, right. Almost forgot about it. This is for you.
Something to report?
Hey, deputy.
See any heat leeches?
Good to see you back safe, Deputy. What's the word on the mech factory? Were the mercenaries hiding out there? Well, don't get too used to killing. For a ranger, that's always a last resort. Did you find out why the first was taking over farms? Wait, you're saying it was Ron Hope who hired the first?
Are you really that surprised? Hope's always had a reputation as a man who'd do anything to succeed.
He's on the damn council, Emma.
So he can make laws favorable to his business interests. Sure, he's known to look after his people, but do you really think he gives a damn about some farmers on Montara Luna?
Did Hope explain his motives at all? That has a familiar ring to it.
I recall hearing about some Hope Tech initiative to help farmers. At the time, I just figured it was a PR stunt. Seems a little more sinister now.
Please, tell me you've got some evidence to back up these extraordinary claims. Are you seriously asking me that? All right, let's see what you've got. Interesting. Yeah, this is pretty damning. Especially this last bit about destroying the slate. And you confronted Hope about this? Sounds like his pride got the best of him. Damn. This is going to send shockwaves throughout the Freestar Collective. If the people can't trust their leaders, anarchy could follow.
Have a little faith, Daniel. We're not the United Colonies. One bad apple won't spoil the whole damn barrel.
Easy for you to say. You ain't the Marshal.
Not yet, but you ain't gonna live forever, old man.
While we've got you here, there's one last piece of business to take care of. Emma, would you please?
With pleasure, Marshal. When you first joined us, I told you that you'd undergo an evaluation process. There's one thing left to do. A simple question. Do you feel ready to wear the badge of a full-fledged Freestar Ranger? In that case, I won't hold you back any longer. Marshal, I approve the deputy for advancement to the rank of Ranger.
Thank you, Ranger Wilcox. In your time serving as a deputy, you've shown exceptional courage, fearless tenacity, and a high regard for the safety of our citizens. By the authority granted to me by the Council of Governors, I hereby promote you to the rank of Ranger. Here's your badge. Wear it with pride. But don't forget the solemn responsibility it represents.
Hey, all right. Damn proud of you.
I know you will, Ranger. Let's hear it for our new Ranger.
Well done. Way to go.
Congratulations!
Congratulations. The promotion's well earned.
Welcome to the Rock, I guess.
Helga says I spend too much time at my terminal. She's probably right.
is UC security. Prepare to be scanned for contraband. And complete. Enjoy your stay in New Atlantis.
And we're locked in. How can I be of service, Captain?
Spend so much time looking at the scans. I can see star systems orbiting in my head. Gave up my room in the lodge so Andreja had a place to call her own. Everyone needs space to let their thoughts run solo. You've tipped my... Got one. I'd go into the astronomical charting data with you, but clear as day just to point you right to it. Hmm? Oh, sorry. Well, jaw the words another time, then.
Setting down, everything in the green.
Dang, I should have done my stretchers before we landed. Oh well.
Captain, greetings.
galaxy than most folks, but that will always be impressive.
This is United Colony Space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband. Scan complete.
Talk and get paid. I spread the news. It's a
SSNN is doing what it can. It's just that people are hard to reach these days. It makes it harder to relay drama.
I'm very happy to pay your fee. What a sordid mess. We've got some other sources we've been interviewing, but I'd love to get your take on the record. So there was a mercenary company, the First, and they were involved in taking farmlands from Freestar Collective families. Extortion, death threats, murder, all of it. Is that right? Not going to say. I will never, ever give up my source. If anybody asks about you, they get the same answer. I genuinely don't know how people like that can live with themselves. So all of that? Terrible. But Ron Hope, the Ron Hope, was involved with it at the highest level. All of that suffering was a plot to save Hope Tech from going under using the side effects of a fertilizer he developed. Let me be blunt. The other sources say you killed Ron Hope. Is that correct? And all that money didn't help in the end. After all of that, the future of Hope Tech is an open question. Their stock has already taken a beating. Not sure if it's going to go into freefall. Any comment? For what it's worth, I'm rooting for them too. Thanks. If you listen to the news, you'll definitely hear this. And, maybe try not to ice any more CEOs. Just a thought. You have another story for me? I have a feeling.
initiated. Watch your flaring.
Hey, Dad? Will you read to me tonight before bed?
Read to you, sure.
I'd like that very much. You haven't asked me to do that in a long time.
Captain, do you require my assistance?
way should we go? Up to you. Did you see this? What do you think? Ah, weird. I was just thinking... Well, never mind. Hey... Till next time, universe permitting. like some sort of critter lived here. Kinda cozy. If we need to get closer, let's move in.
Your little band of convicts is just waiting to drag us off and scrap us for organs.
Mr. Halftown, our security officer has been put into the infirmary trying to find your worker. We're doing everything we can. All I ask is that you and your crew be patient. You have nothing to fear from us convicts. We are handling it.
Then get done, or else we are going to have problems.
You have my word.
My crew isn't lifting. We'll be around.
I thought I was signing up for an exciting job on a remote world. Guess I should have been more careful about what I asked for.
Those cons are just waiting for us to sleep.
Oh, see? This is lovely. A quaint little detour on the edge of the unknown.
1,000 credits.
Hello, sticky fingers.
Robbery? But that's what I thought you all expected from cons like us.
Whatever, keep your damn soda.
You dropping off? Didn't think we had any deliveries and... Take care now. You dropping off? Is that so? That's awfully unusual, seeing as neither of them know the first thing about how our inventory system functions. You're sure you dropped it off with them? Well, we wouldn't want it to come to that, would we? Here, what you're owed. Now, if you decide you want to return some of these credits our way, I'm Monica. Happy to show you what we've got for sale. The retreat? It's going to be a development center for the incarcerated, if we can ever get up and running. The plan is to take people from the galaxy's prisons and give them classes in things like machining and agriculture. Just generally get them to a place where they can have their own lives. The sort of attention you don't get languishing in a cell. Or at least that's the goal. Sloan and Nevin, the founders of this place, they ran a pilot program a ways back. Made sure the system could actually do what they'd hoped. That's how Greg and I got involved. They paid off our bounties, pulled us out of jail, and helped us turn around our lives. Now we're trying to do the same for others. We've got all the necessities. Sure did. Anyone who commits to joining the program gets their bounty paid off by the retreat. Not sure who's footing the bill, though. I presume it's coming from outside donations, because Sloan and Nevin aren't exactly rolling in cred sticks. Most of the staff here are. Got me for digital intrusion and grand larceny. Was in a bad place. Needed a lot of funds. Fast. So I hacked a couple Galbank servers. Had maybe 6 years left on my sentence in Aquila when Sloan and Nevin swooped in. They said they'd pay off my whole bounty if I ran through their pilot program. I didn't have much else going on, so I said sure. It was hard work, but Sloan... The woman is compassion in human form. She stuck with me. And now I'm here, running the retreat shop and maybe someday one of my own. The construction foreman Halftown and his crew are scrambling their undergarments because one of their guys wandered off the other night. Probably a little too much glug-glug. But now the entire construction crew thinks we're going to slit their throats just because most of us have a criminal past. But look, if you want to get involved, Sloane's been coordinating the manhunt. She'll have all the info you might need. I'll be here.
What is it? Because I'm not the one whose job it is to keep this place secure. I'm just the guy who thought I could trust the people giving us this job. Don't know, huh? The staff, they're all ex-cons. This place we're building is gonna be some kind of resort to rehabilitate other criminals. Teach them how to strip ship engines or type 40 words a second or whatever to keep them from having to commit more crimes. A couple of them already went through the training. Now they want to get this place done to turn out more students. Why does anyone take any job? Credits, and these folks have plenty. But I mean, come on. What they're selling here? Fixing the settled systems by giving criminals career training? You really think the Crimson Fleet are just one typing course away from becoming model citizens? Never been on the receiving side of a visit from the fleet, huh? And look, I know some folks have it tough out there. I've employed my fair share of ex-cons over the years. But you know how they turn their lives around? They did their time and got jobs instead of making the same bad choices again. Those are options everyone's already got. No retreat required. But I'm sure you didn't come here just for a debate. Let's talk about something else. Because I'm not the one who... I'm just the guy. All I was saying is that I've dealt... They chose to... But I'm sure you didn't come here just for a debate. Let's... I'm supposed to be the construction foreman. It's my job to make sure the Helios retreat gets built to whatever standard these folks want so they can run this reform program or whatever. But it's also my responsibility to make sure my crew can do their jobs safely, which sure as hell isn't the case right now with one of my people missing. So right now, I'm just waiting. Oh yeah? Can't be worse than the situation we're already in. The boss, Sloane, she's heading up the manhunt, if you can even call it that. Talk to her and she'll get you up to speed. Sure.
Guess they have a vision of some kind. Seems weird, but hey, it's their place. You're done? Impressive.
Sloan send you with my next round of painkillers? Can't come soon enough. Look, I should rest. So how about you leave me alone?
I'm sorry. Are you lost? Because if you're here to enroll someone, I'm afraid we're having just a minor crisis. And it's going to be a while before we're evaluating any applicants. This is, well, will be the Elios Retreat. Someday we hope for it to be a bastion of education and growth for some of the galaxy's most needy. It's incarcerated. That, however, is feeling more and more like it might never happen unless we resolve our current crisis. So it might be best if you just moved along. where do I begin? It's been a cascading series of issues. The most recent is that one of our construction workers has gone missing, and attempts to find him have turned up nothing, which is what this retreat is going to be if we don't manage to find him. So I hope you'll understand why I can't take your application at the moment. Where do I begin? It's been a cascading series of issues. The most recent is that one of our construction workers has gone missing, and attempts to find him have turned up nothing, which is what this retreat is going to be if we don't manage to find him. So I hope you'll understand why I can't take your application at the moment. Oh, that's awfully kind of you, but... you know, we could use some more manpower, actually. Speak to Sloane. She's been taking point on the... well, she'll be able to explain it all. I am the sole exception. I was a neighborhood administrator for years in New Atlantis. Was tasked with maintaining the well section of the city. Home to many of the UC's most underprivileged citizens. I saw firsthand what havoc the bounty system could cause in a neighborhood. Parents in prison, money funneled away from basic needs. It can become a cycle. Here, we hope to give people the tools to escape it. I'm the facility's chief administrator, co-head of the whole retreat with Sloane. She handles most of the resident side of things. Making sure we've got the right people for the program and those people have the right tools to succeed in their own development. I keep the lights on and make sure things hum along smoothly. Which has been harder of late. Well, our construction foreman, Mr. Halftown, is understandably upset that a member of his crew has gone missing. It's put a complete stop to all work on the facility as Mr. Halftown's crew doesn't believe the staff and myself can be trusted with their well-being. And our attempts to defuse the situation by finding the missing crewman have failed thus far. Sloane's been trying to keep everyone calm, but I honestly don't know how much longer this can go on. Currently, very little. But once we're open, should that day ever come, we hope to have all manner of training and personal development courses available for our residents. Most of our staff are formerly incarcerated themselves, so we hope to be able to provide a level of service unlike any other in the galaxy. If you didn't actually need anything... Oh, until next time then.
I'm sorry, love, but the Elios retreat isn't taking new residents right now. We've had some issues. A missing person chief among them. But you're welcome to rest up and refuel here as long as you'd like. So long as there's no bounty hunter after you that's going to kick my brand new door off its hinges. Not yet. But it's certainly a risk, given the retreat's intended line of business. But I'm not about to send anyone packing who might just need a place to collect themselves. Well, at the moment, it's primarily a collection of shipping containers and unused construction materials. But the plan is to make this place into a growth and education residence for the galaxy's incarcerated. We'll offer job training and a support network for folks that otherwise just while away their days in prison just because they didn't have the credits to pay their own bounties. Get them all the tools they need to set up regular, boring lives like the rest of us. I know it can work. Have the notation to prove it. We did an 18-month pilot program before we started setting up shop here. we're happy to now call 2 of the participants employees of this very facility. They just needed some help getting their footing, and once this place is open, we're going to expand on that success. Well, thank you. Always striving to make my presence in the universe a net positive, but still got a lot of ground to cover. But I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to listen to me blabber. You're probably exhausted. Monica should have any supplies you might need. She's just out front of the main building, and our ship services tech is out near the landing pad if your vessel needs some tending to. And if you need anything else, or just want to talk, you come find me. If you can believe it, I was Crimson Fleet, scouring the skies for loot and glory. Ended up finding a hefty prison sentence instead, which, honestly, was probably the best for me and the galaxy at large. Here if you need me. What can I do for you? If you can believe it, scouring ended up finding...
Certainly healthier ways of getting out your aggression.
And far less harmful to the galaxy as a whole. As a lifestyle, I wouldn't recommend it. Often ends up being a lot more isolating than you might expect, and even more dangerous. But I'm sure you didn't come here for an ancient history lesson. Was there something else you wanted to discuss? If you can believe it, I was Crimson Fleet, scouring the skies for loot and glory. Ended up finding a hefty prison sentence instead, which, honestly, was probably the best for me and the galaxy at large. But once we officially open our doors, the retreat's going to have to be a lot of things to the formerly incarcerated folks we plan to bring here. Residence, school, a place for reflection. Nevin, he handles everything infrastructure related, while I take care of everything our residents might need to get them moving along healthier paths. I make sure we've got the facilities to support everyone. I arrange all our occupational training. Even got my counseling certification a few years back so I can serve as a compassionate ear when people need it. Well, like I mentioned, the retreats are a modest attempt to change how the galaxy deals with those who find themselves on the wrong side of the law. Once we're open, the goal is to take in people whiling away in prison because they couldn't pay their bounties. We'll get them job training and a support network. All the tools they need to set up regular, boring old lives just like the rest of us. We're trying to do what we can to help those who need it. That the truth? Because I can't say it's going to be easy work, but if you found the construction crew's missing man, we'd all owe you. Well, he was last seen a few days ago, so we don't think he could have gotten far. We sent our lone security officer to find him, but things didn't go according to plan out there, and now he's taken up residence in our infirmary. So if you're offering, we'll absolutely take the help. This planet is not the most accommodating to human life. It's wild, empty, and the local fauna, well, they're not big fans of humans. So while I will absolutely take your help if you're offering it, I just want you to be aware, I don't expect it's going to be a walk in the park. You don't know how First things first. You want to speak to Greg D'Angelo, our security officer. He was wounded searching for our worker, Mr. Killman's trail. He should be...
Who are you? Can't the guy heal in peace? I got gored. Was out hunting for this dimwit construction worker when something comes charging out of the overgrowth and puts a horn or a claw or something in my gut. I never got a good look at it, but it must have been huge because it laid me out. It took me 6 hours of crawling to get back here. So unless you need something right now, I'd love to get back. Sloan found someone else, huh? Well, hopefully, you'll have better luck than I did. I managed to turn up some tracks outside the facility. Bit of a hike, though. Not sure if they were Kilnans, but Ixal's not exactly a bustling metropolis. There was a cave system I scanned nearby, but I got attacked before I could look any further. Next place I was planning to visit once I was on my feet again. I'd start there.
Caves are generally rather risky. Critters, collapsing caverns, air issues. Okay, if you insist. another way through here. Oh, that's a nice surprise. Look through there. Might lead to more.
No! No! I'm not going back! Stay away! Oh God, please, please don't put me back in the bag. I'll do whatever you say, just please, not the bag.
We're going to get you home safe, all right?
Oh, thank God. You don't know what that... Come on, let's get out of here.
Talk to me, my dear friend.
You do know the way back, right?
I wonder where this leads. Caves are so peaceful to explore. But occasionally my heart starts racing, I'll be honest.
Mother of God, kid. What happened?
I was walking out, and someone threw a bag over my head. They took me... I don't know. It smelled like the inside of the first aid kit. I had to sleep on a steel floor and...
Which one of you crooks bagged him, huh?
Us? Why the hell would we do that? Waste of a perfectly good bag.
You're rambling, kid. Come on. Let's get you cleaned up. You smell like used welder's gear.
Mr. Halftown, I have some medical training. I'd be happy to.
You stay away from me. I want whoever kidnapped my man found and dealt with. You understand? I don't care if it's one of your people or mine or a fucking ghost. Find them.
Of course. We'll do what we can. But...
I'm not interested in excuses. I need to know who did this. Just find my man's kidnapper now.
I never thought I'd be excited to see this place again. Thank you. Are you going to find him? The guy who took me?
I guess it might have been a bit naive for me to hope for a happy reconciliation, but you brought him back safe. That's what's important. Here, you have my sincerest thanks. But now, we've got a whole new thread to pull on. What are the chances I'd be able to convince you to help us find our kidnapper? Fine. I'm sure I can convince Nevin to trim some fat in the construction budget. Now, Mr. Kilman didn't seem to have a lot of information, but I caught at least one or two bits I think could help us find our kidnapper. He did, didn't he? Industrial antiseptic would be my guess. I know that smell. There was a building we were evaluating as a possible site for the retreat not far from here. An old research outpost. Seems like a decent match for the description of our kidnapper's hideaway. Here, the facility's coordinates. Head out there and see what you can find.